Good day, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Viper S Viperland, and I'm back here in Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We in Trials and Tribulations, episode 2. We were just investigating. Yeah, that's where we were. We did the, early thing, and I don't think we did much here, right? We kind of just showed up. It was 2 weeks ago. I did take a week off last week, just wasn't feeling it. Throat was a bit weird. Honestly, my throat's been a bit weird ever since the temperature dropped, and I'm pretty sure that's just dry air. But it was really bad last week. It's not that bad this week, so I'll take it. I will take it. So what do we got? Treasure poster, yep. Golden statue, sacred urn, Damascus calling card. Okay, cool. That pathetic looking wooden box. Ah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. So is that actually pink paint? Back on, can Viper lawyer? The answer's most certain. Hey. I mean, you're right, but hey. Also, hey, Sora, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. When people least expect it of me, yes. When people are like, oh, that's easy, whatever. No. There may be clues of thieves' identity in there. Say, is that pink paint, or is that Danganronpa blood? It worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box, Maya? What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Pig Manor, so there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Sniff, sniff. Or Maya, maybe it would have been better if Mask to Mask had taken the box too. Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? Hishito. Hishito. Literally 7-branch sword in Japanese. Or so says Miss Andrews. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'll sell like hotcakes. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword. Wasn't Mystic Ami holding it last night? Ah! And another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from a little ace apprentice. Sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Ah, I just thought of something. You, Detective and me, smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this! Ouch, what the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was before. Wow, tampering with evidence. Oh man, my head, my hair. Shito added to the court record. Check the sign already. Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer! A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It has such a cute name. It's like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find last night's data on this thing. We might even find a photo of Mask to Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Imagine looking at that computer, that specific computer, and calling it high-tech stuff. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. Guess you have to learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, looks like the camera only went off once last night. Why the hell am I yawning? I slept great last night. This weekend was actually one of the better sleeps I've had in a while. Mind you, I used Friday night to go to sleep stupid early, so that helps. I think it's just reading stuff aloud long enough where it's just like, nah, Viper, you're on. Or else camera went off once at around 1 a.m. on the night of the crime. It's a security camera. It's trained on the big door in the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in and out.
Ramen.
Also, hey Ramen, how's it going? How is law? I mean, I wouldn't know. There's none of it in this game. But it's going okay. We're still looking at the first one. After this, we're gonna wait for the Apologios, or we jam? No, we're actually taking a hiatus in the middle for Ghost Trick. Then we're doing Great Detective. That's the current plan. It's finish this, Ghost Trick, Great Ace Detective, the duology. Yeah, I really want to get to Ghost Trick, but I wanted to finish this first, so that's priority after this. At some point, I really want to do the House of Fata Morgana, because I hear phenomenal things about it, I know bupkis about it, and I already own it. And it's supposed to be another one of those, like, really highly regarded visual novels. Like, it's like top 10, I don't know if it's top 5, but like top 10 highest rated visual novels. Dirt cheap, I already own it, I know nothing about it other than it's good, I want to play it, but we're on a roll with these right now, so. Yeah, go stand in front of that door and I'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mystic Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this? Like this. Open flames, okay. Yeah, it's... I've owned it for like a long while. I could check, but I'd have to shrink down the game. Mr. Nick, what's that big door over there? Looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I smell something. Smoke, but... Guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Oh, it's just somebody cooking something. Not super strong. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Button? Right button. This statue of Mystigami is so cool! I want a gold statue myself. We could put it in the office. Also, we might be skipping Monster Hunter this week again, depending if I can acquire. I want to get a box of the new Final Fantasy set, which releases Friday, and the new Magic set, which releases Friday, and then do just a dual opening stream, because I think that would be fun. I'd like it. I like opening stuff. So if I can acquire product, Friday will be cards. If I can't acquire product, I'll be sad, and Friday will be Monster Hunter. I hunt, we've got cardboard crack. Exactly. It's hunting for different things. It's hunting for rares, or it's hunting for monsters, you know. Hey, it's Wright & Co. How about a gold statue of me? Oh, Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Is Pearls carrying this investigation? I'm pretty sure Pearls is carrying this investigation. Also, this is apparently the first set in the Final Fantasy card game that they're adding Strangers of Paradise. So that's gonna be awesome. Also, I am a whore for shinies, yeah! I mean, she's been around for every investigation and she's been entertaining enough, but I feel like she's noticing all the stuff in this investigation. Statue of Mystigami. Was this where it was last night? Pretty sure it was close. Sorry, I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah. I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from my ace cousin. The statue was moved on the night of the crime. Amy Faye's golden statue updated. Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. How could I have possibly done that? Didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color this outrageous. But this paint has already dried up. Well then, you should have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. Looks like it's been several days since it was spilled. Hey, look at this. When we were looking at the box earlier, I was saying the same thing. It's like, is it paint or is it Danganronpa blood? I really don't know. Now we know it's paint. What is it? Some kind of shape left on the bottom left side of this stain. You're right. I wonder what it could be. Could be anything. It says Organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because this place is a mess. Man, you must feel right at home, huh? Oh, the attacks. So brutal. It's clearly like a pink paint can, but it's fine. Why look at it? Alright, I think we've seen whatever we can here. Yep, it looks like we've actually seen whatever we can. Hey, Nick, your cell phone's ringing. Beep. Hello, Phoenix Wright here. Oh, it's me, Gumshoe. Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny? I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally, this underdog is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's made his match. Yup, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escape for him. You caught him? Are you saying... You captured Master Mask? Bingo. Well, actually, he surrendered. But I still got him! Master Mask surrendered? That's great. So when can we come and pick up the sacred urn? Well, you see, I was gonna tell you. What? Something wrong? You think you can swing by the detention center sometime? The detention center? He wants to talk to you. Master Mask, that is. What? He wants to talk to Nick? I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon. Beep. The detention center, huh? I mean, let's go, I suppose. Oh, this is wrong. This is not the detention center. No. Well, it was a new place, so it's fine. This is a detective agency. Looks more like the set of some B-grade horror movie. Well, just because you have chemistry equipment, you look like a shoddy horror movie set. This is science erasure right here. This is okay. It would be different if they had like giant like Jacob's Ladder arcs or something like that. Yeah, that's some scientists do that, but just to prove they can. That's not really a thing you do in science. That's actual chemistry equipment. People actually use that stuff. I don't know why it had like Bunsen burners and Erlenmeyer flasks and like that's just normal thing. Whatever though, it's fine. It's a horror movie. Absolutely terrifying. Oh, I love his videos. Now red and now blue. His stuff's great. It's there's so much on the like YouTube science side of things, which is just somebody explaining something, which is good and awesome, and we need that. We need people explaining scientific things. But it's a lot rarer to find somebody to go, I read this paper once, it said you could turn wood bulletproof. So I spent a few $1,000s in a half-hour long video, and I'm gonna try that just cause I want to. And like, yeah. And I really, really appreciate that he shows every step within reason and shows his failures. You can see that even if you have a paper to go by, a scientific journal paper, like you get to see that it's not always that easy to duplicate and what can go wrong and what you can fix and what you can try to fix it. 10 out of 10. Phenomenal YouTuber. And 10 out of 10 scientist. Not that I know a lot of like scientists, even though I was training to be one for like 2 semesters, still. Hello, is anyone here? I mean, I was training to be a meteorologist, which is a scientist in technicality, but it's not like a Nile Red scientist. Very different types of science. Looks like nobody's home. What a waste of time. Hey, I know. Let's take that framed picture back with us as a memento. It's still science, but it's very different science. Yeah. Don't you dare, Maya. Guess we'll have to try back later. I'll examine the stuff when we come back, which I'm sure we will have to. There we go. We had to come back here. I feel like that's probably the single most antiquated part of this game, is that you can't go from anywhere to anywhere. You have to pass through certain things. When you're in a building, I get it. When you have to go from the hotel lobby to the hotel hallway to the hotel room, I understand that. But the fact that we had to go from the hotel to the Wright & Co. law offices to get to the detention center. We couldn't go from the hotel to the detention center. Like, yeah, I get it. And I don't hate it. I'm not saying I hate it. I am saying that it's antiquated. You would not see a game do that intentionally these days often. Whereas it was a much more common thing when these games were being made. Oh, well, you learn chemistry. Oh, then I mean, I'm not going to say I mastered chemistry, but if I was given, like, directions, I could probably do something. I remember some amount of chemistry from high school. That's about it, to be fair. Hey, pal, welcome to the detention center. You're sure in a happy mood, aren't you? Yep. After all, we got mask to mask. Right, but, so where's the sacred urn? Oh, sorry about that, pal. Guess I didn't really think about it before. You're the victim, in this case. Huh? Well, guess I should let you guys hear the story straight from the horse's mouth. You know, he's right, Nick. He is? You think about it really hard, we're the victims. Well, I guess so, in a way. What the hell voice are we gonna give this guy? Probably one of the same 5 we give everyone, realistically. Let's be honest here. Maybe pitched half a degree up or down. Let's go on to keep it that way. I didn't mind chemistry. It was doing like page after page after page of like reaction balancing. What was it? I think that was called like a reaction balancing, where like you had to make sure both sides of the reaction, like what would happen on both sides of the reaction to even it out, which I understand is very important to chemistry, but like doing just pages of it just got tedious. Trying to have to do algebra. I remember the base minimum of algebra, but I'm pretty sure in like 3 years I'm not going to be able to help my nephew with his homework and math. Pretty sure. So used to thinking of the victim as a dead person because we're always on murder cases. That's true. We are. Excuse me. But anyway, I'll have to get the secret urn back. Please don't just ignore me. Hello, Princess Leia. How are you doing today? Who are you? Leia, who do you think? Who did we come here to? Okay. Yeah, true. Well, like most things, the more you use it, the easier it gets. Like, even my job, it's so much minute details of, like, things I have to check for. And I have pages and pages and pages of notes. That's where I ripped a bunch of extra paper from for this stuff. Out of the binder I had to take physical notes in, just because it's easier for me when I'm, like, in a meeting or something to, like, write it down than it is to, like, tack. You can hear that. It's annoying. And as time goes on, I have to refer to my notes less and less, because, you know, you do the same thing, even if it's the same 20 things. Alchemy breaks chemistry. No kidding. Yeah. Who would have thought? Alchemy breaks everything. That's it. Who are you? Master Mask. Okay. Hey, Nick? Doesn't he look kind of, well, gangly? I'm Rhonda Light, the famous Master Mask. I don't think this guy could punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Ow. So, you're the Master Mask guy? Yes, you bet. No, that's wrong. You see, it's complicated. Sort of yes and sort of no, if you know what I mean. What's wrong? Well, when I said wrong, what I really meant to say is that it's not right, per se. We don't need this doublespeak, just answer the question. You see, it's not spelled mask to mask, it's actually mask star to mask. What's with this guy? Well, he's a timid little weakling, we know that much. But don't do that. Don't look at me like that. His hair goes out. I don't need your pity. And a major crybaby, too. So, why did you give yourself up? Oh, you see, it's because, well, I know why. It's because you stole such a priceless treasure. And now you're overwhelmed with guilt, am I right? Priceless treasure? That broken old urn? I have a little favor to ask. Yes, what is it? Could you go and talk to Desi? Desi? Alright. Look, we really want to earn back, so where is it? I'm sorry, I'll give it back, I really will. Maybe not. No, I can't. I can't make promises I can't keep, I'll just end up hurting people. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear what he just said, especially the last part. Mr. Damask, do you think you could speak up a little? Yes, sir, I will, I promise, maybe not. You see, I'm already speaking in my normal voice, so I really can't. Mr. Damask, about the urn. Oh, yes, the urn, right away. Actually, no. I wouldn't mind telling you, but actually I'm afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. Enough already, just tell it to us straight. Please don't you yell at me. I'm sorry. That urn, I lost it. What? Lost the urn, okay. What did you just say? Did you say you lost it? Yes, no, maybe so. I mean, yes, I lost it. What do you mean? Well, you know, I lost it, like I said. These things just happen. You're on the train and you get distracted and you forget your bag, you know. What? You forgot our sacred urn on a train? Wait a minute. You went on the train dressed like that? No, I was just speaking hypothetically, that's all. Anyway. I'm sorry, I just lost it somewhere. I don't know where. This guy's story is more surreal than a Dali painting. Alright, you know what? I don't hate that. That's not terrible. Not bad, not bad. Alright, drink that. I swear, like, it's only been a week since it's been like colder temperatures. And I'm just dehydrated all the time. The drier air is hitting me harder than normal. I should just drink more, and I keep meaning to, and then I don't during the day. It's my own damn fault. What I really gotta start doing, what I was doing last year, is have a cup of tea and a cup of hot chocolate. Double the hydration, double the deliciousness, and hot chocolate. Are really sure this creep is mask to mask? Don't call him a creep. Although, I do have to admit, I understand your doubts about this guy. Hydrate? No? Okay, I'll do that too. But I do still have green tea and honey, and just grape drink. Just generic, store-brand grape drink mix. It works. So who is this Desi person? Oh yeah, Grape. Please don't talk about my wife like that. I guess she must be his wife. Brilliant deductive reasoning, Maya. Absolutely fantastic. Just amazing. I'm sorry, the truth is, it was my wife that told me to have you all come here. Do you think you could go and visit her at my hideout? Hideout? Mr. Nick, what does he mean by hideout? Oh, sorry, naturally I meant to say my secret base. Secret base? Well, my apartment, actually. Palazzo Pepe, 3rd floor. Let's go have a look, Nick. To mass hideout. Something tells me she just likes the sound of the word hideout. I mean, who doesn't? Hideouts are great. Also, yeah. What do you think about this? I don't really think I can help you with that. That's not it. Well, the thing is, I don't really know if I can say one way or the other. Alright, got it. Nothing about the attorney's badge, so you're useless! Well, that's certainly an apartment building. October 12th, mass-to-mass hideout. There's a lot to take in that hideout. I like how he has exactly 2 wigs for presumably disguises, exactly 1 mustache, 1 beard, 2 masks, neither of which are the mask mask, because that would make too much sense, obviously. What looks like a flintlock pistol, a flintlock rifle, a rapier, a short sword, an Akira motorcycle, a mobile with seagulls, diving equipment, a grappling hook. Not to miss out on the giant inflatable with a tape recorder around its neck. Does he? Oh, the helmet, yeah. He's got the helmet in the box, absolutely, yep. And what looks like a missile? Just what looks like a rocket of some sort. This is an apartment and a half. Oh, a bunch of TNT, a welder's mask, a bunch of what's probably blueprints, even though they're not blue, so he's a imposter. Wow, check this place out. No doubt about it, this is Mask to Mask hideout, alright? Who is it? Is that you, Ronnie? Huh. Who are you people? Are you Desi Delight? That's right, Desiree? Oh, you must be the lawyer and the victim. Yeah, that's us. Your husband told us to stop by and speak with you. I'm Maya Fey, and this is Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nicky Boy and Maya, huh? Where did she get Nicky Boy from Phoenix Wright, attorney at law? I can't tell you how grateful I am that you decided to help my Ronnie. Well, you're welcome. Did she really call me Nicky Boy? Well, first things first, as is customary. Excuse me, would you take a look at this? Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't the faintest idea. Guess I just don't get out enough. About your husband? Isn't he the cutest? A bit weak sometimes, though. A bit? By the way, did you know they mentioned Maya on TV? Huh? Really? They said you own the urn and that you're doing some shady training at a law office now. Remind me not to watch that channel's news program. After I saw that, I thought it might be a good idea to meet the lawyer they mentioned. I see. My Ronnie, he has a powerful imagination and gets deluded easily. He kept insisting he was going to surrender to the police. I didn't know what to do. It was me, I stole that urn, he kept saying, as if it was even possible. Huh? But, are you saying he didn't? Yeah, of course he didn't. Why would my Ronnie ever do something like that? Well, you know, it's a priceless treasure and he's, you know, is it possible his own wife doesn't know his secret identity? In this apartment? With that balloon? I'd say no, it's not possible. Distinctly impossible, in fact. Me, I'm the kind of woman that needs excitement in her life. Oh, excitement, huh? So either... Also, hey OG, how's it going? Welcome to Viper Light on the chat. That means either, why the hell is she married to that guy, if he's not mask to mask, as she says, or he's lying about it and he is mask to mask and that's where she gets her excitement from. Because he just doesn't scream excitement to me. But hey, who knows? It's up to them. Yes, I'm at my happiest when I'm racing along with my bike going at full throttle. Riding a motorcycle is like putting your life on the line, you know what I mean? Ah, that would explain the wheel earrings. Well, I think that depends on how you ride it. I'm the type that can't stand living a boring, dreary old life with no action. No offense, but your husband, Ron, doesn't exactly look like the risk-taking type himself. Oh, this intelligent is, it's just true, yeah. Well, yeah, if you have a hobby, you make it your entire personality in the way you dress. I'd say not owning any Monster Hunter shirts, not owning a Monster Hunter hat, not owning a Monster Hunter hoodie. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're not even going to count how many Path of Exile shirts I have, okay? Okay? And I definitely do not own the Ject symbol as a necklace or as a ring from Final Fantasy X, so don't worry about it. We're judging her, not me. Her, okay? You felt what sodium poisoning would look like? Oh, I didn't actually watch it, because I feel like I got everything I needed from the title of that one. It's definitely not one for thrills and danger, but I do have to say that he makes up for it in other ways. Other ways? Yes, money. Ronnie is incredibly rich and super generous. Got it. He bought me a bike that's so fast it would make your head spin. And shopping? I like to shop so much it makes Ron's head spin. The other day it actually happened. His head actually started to spin. Man, talk about a high-maintenance wife. So, where does Mr. Delight get all this money from? Ronnie is a security guard. They put their lives on the line, right? where they get paid tons of money in return. No, absolutely not. Fun fact. For a while when I was at the grocery store, one of my coworkers there had gotten their security guard license and was like, hey, Viper, it costs like $200, it opens up a bunch of jobs, you should give it a shot. And I got this close to getting my security license, but they, for whatever reason, like the payment got mixed up and they needed me to go like halfway upstate for it, and I just didn't have the time for it. So I didn't. But I was almost security guard, but it wasn't going to pay much more than what I made at the grocery store. With the extra problem of the only security guard place around here is run by a semi-military organization. So like, you can't have tattoos, you can't have dyed hair, you can't have piercings. Not that I have those, but I kind of hate the concept of like, you absolutely cannot work here if you have these things. It's like, it's in our like guidelines. I hate that. Even though again, I don't like needles, so I don't have piercings and I don't have tattoos because I don't like needles. But the fact that like day one, before I even had a license, when they were like, oh, if you've been thinking about working here, you don't have any tattoos or anything, right? Like they asked me that to my face, and it's like, regardless, the only way you make more money as a security guard, and even then not much, is working jobs where you have to also have a firearms license. And I don't ever want to carry a gun for any job purposes. Like, I wouldn't have any problem going to like a target range or something. I've never been, but I'd have no issue with that. But if my job required me to carry a gun, that means that on some level, it's dangerous enough to merit me carrying a gun. So either somebody wants the thing I'm guarding enough that I'd have to defend myself, or something, because like, why else would I have to have a gun for that? And I was like, no, refuse, hard stop, nope, not doing that. I don't even think they're, I mean, I'm not saying that tattoos can't in any way have that stigma, but like, I don't even think that's the main part of it. I think it's just a stupid like Puritan America thing. Because like, I wasn't allowed to wear hats in high school because gang affiliation. They didn't want like colors on hats and stuff like that. Anything can have a gang affiliation if you just look hard enough. But I'm pretty sure somebody's heckin' tramp stamp or whatever. The majority of tattoos you see these days are not gang affiliations. Oh yeah, no, nobody could ever wear a hat in my high school at any point I was there. And yeah, I'm sure some tattoos are gang affiliations, but like, I'd argue the overwhelming minority. Oh man. Yeah, I'm sure. That's fair, Sor, but that was after, well, I can't say it was after my time. Technically, my time overlapped that, but the big rulings, cause it didn't start becoming a bigger thing until after I was out of school. So I didn't have to worry about that when I was in school, really. But like, I listen to what my nephew has to do in school, or what my friend who's a teacher says that they have to do, and the things they have to plan for in school, and that's, ooh boy, crazy. That's reasonable places. Fair, I guess, but like, I don't know. But like, you could say the same thing about like jewelry and like, again, hats, accessories, colors of clothing, but they don't do anything about that. It's always tattoos and piercings or dyed hair. And like, dyed hair to me is just stupid. Who cares what your hair color is? Yes, absolutely. Oh, also, you reminded me, Ochi, some of my friends, when I went in Vermont, some of my friends then ended up going to a different school even further north, the University of Maine, Fort Kent. And they have their school letters on their shirts, fuck, which is phenomenal. I would go there just to get a shirt. Honestly, I'd go all the way up to Maine. Girls had the band wearing these like rubber bracelets. Oh yeah, I remember those. They said it was like some sex thing, like you snap somebody's band, and that just sounded so fake. Like, again, maybe it was real and I just wasn't invited to those parties. Who knows? I remember that though. Yep, I remember that exact excuse, and it's like, no? But that's the exact type of thing that like a news will make up a thing about. and it sounds just believable enough that somebody will go, because like teenagers, and especially teenage girls, kind of aren't allowed to like anything. Anything that specifically teenage girls like is immediately villainized. Hardcore, whether it's actually terrible or not. Think Twilight. I've never seen a Twilight movie, but you know, I know adult people who have enjoyed those movies, but they're crapped on all the time. 50 Shades of Grey, again, I haven't experienced it myself. Most boy bands, all these things are just Pumpkin Spice, absolutely villainized things that don't necessarily always deserve it, but it's just viewed as inherently bad, and like, you have to make it, and if you can't find some way to be like, wow, music bad, kid music bad, you gotta find some sex thing for bracelets, you know, you gotta villainize it somehow. And so, oh yeah, I still see parodies of that, like how to tell if your kid is texting about like art or pierogies or whatever. I think those are the two I see most often. I still see parodies of that one. Like, LOL, laying out laminating paper for my art. Like, yeah, I still see parodies of that. The parodies are great. The fact that it's based on a real thing is terrifying and sad. Absolutely. One cosmetic mannequin with stamp places. Fair. I'm still against it, but I can, there's a small degree, see where it comes from. But when it's lumped in with all the other things too, it's like you have a look you've decided you want for people, and you don't want anything different. Oh, I mean, I hate the smell of tobacco already, and I would never smoke. But like the concept of chewing tobacco is just 5 steps worse for me. Like just nah, that's okay. No, that's fine. I don't know anybody who does actively chewing tobacco. Like, maybe I know people who have for like a week in high school or something, but not that I know of. It's not really a thing around here. Like, around me, I know some stores sell it still. I know it's available, so I'm sure there must be some small market for it, but nobody I know. That's for the bag. I mean, at least they waited until you were done, I guess. That's something. So yeah, we've learned today on Viperland. Viper is pro tattoos, even though it doesn't have any himself. Pro dyeing your hair whatever flipping color you want, even though my hair is my normal color plus gray now. And pro piercings, even though I will never get anything pierced. Ever, ever, ever. Live your life. Tattoo your body however the hell you want. You only get one of them. Have fun with it. Who cares? Oh, absolutely. It doesn't show up on camera, thankfully, but the time will come where it's noticeable on camera. Absolutely salt and pepper. I don't hate it. I hate the transition. Like, if I just woke up overnight and my hair was gray, I'd be like, cool, that's over with. It's just I'm noticing more and more gray hairs. It's like, just commit already, damn it. Yeah, I couldn't get tattoos because needles too, but a lot of it's I never committed to something, and I knew it would be hard to. I'm the only one in my immediate family without any tattoos, barring nephew. Obviously, my nephew does not have any tattoos, but everyone else in the household does, and that's awesome. One of my brothers has got a bunch of them, and that's cool. Like, that's awesome. I love both my brother's tattoos. They have so many that like represent them, and I think that's awesome. I don't know what I would do. Like, now I could probably say something Monster Hunter, but like, even then, what? Like, what would I get? Where would it go? Like, that's just nah. Dislike. Strongly dislike. Yeah, see, I'm not as like hypercritical about it, and I know we have a lot of good artists around here, and since I know so many people who have awesome tattoos, I can find out the right places to go, which is awesome. If I decided to get a tattoo, I know I'd go to a place that was good, because I can literally see previous works on my friends and be like, that was awesome. I had thought about getting like the basic like Rathalos icon, but I feel like that's just, I see so many other like Monster Hunter fans with it. Not that that means it's bad. Like, I think Coco's got it here. I feel like if I were to get a tattoo, I'd want it here. I had thought about doing the Ject symbol from Final Fantasy X. I had thought about the Halo of the Sun from Silent Hill, and I'm glad I didn't do that one, because, like, it just looks like an occult symbol to anyone else. But still. I had thought about that. I had thought about Monster Hunter. Also, hey Grim, how's it going? AC is still hard. Oh, I'm sure. I have no doubt. But good luck out there. Drogrin? Oh boy. I mean, you don't expect it in high school, but yeah, that would make that a one-sided election. Yeah, slightly. Also stuck up before the break. Jeez, did you get it though? Did you beat him? Hell yeah. See, that's all that matters. Middle school's a rougher place than high school. What the hell? I moved towns mid-middle school, so I did 2 years in one town, 1 year, 1.25 in another town. Middle school is, like, my middle school, neither of those experiences were the worst for me looking back. At the time, I thought it wasn't great. Middle school is just the worst transitionary years. You're not really a kid anymore. You're not really, not that high school is adult, but you're not even high school. You're just in that weird, awkward middle phase. Yes, that's also true. Some kids in middle school really show their colors, but I definitely have tales of evil kids in elementary school too. I would argue it happened more in middle school, for sure. Jeez. I don't remember drug searches in middle school, but maybe I just am blocking those out. I don't know. Re-assault attempts on the officer during your time. Jeez. Maybe my middle schools were exceptions? Wow, okay. It's a place, yeah. My first middle school, I didn't have anything like that happen. Puberty at the same time, yes. Right. It's definitely just everyone trying to deal with themselves and people and school. See, my high school had more stuff by far than my middle school. Either or, take your pick. My high school definitely had more fights, threats of violence, threats of gun activity, suspended weapons, drugs. When I was in high school, I had long hair, like mid-back, like I guess it was up down to the front, like mid-back, long, straight hair, because that's how my hair grows. The amount of people who thought I was either going to buy drugs for them or sell them drugs that I had, off the chart. Anybody who didn't know me immediately saw me and was like, that's a white dude that does drugs. Because long hair only means drug use, ever. So I knew a lot of people who were like, hey dude, can I buy some insert whatever slang term at the time? Or you want to buy some insert whatever slang term at the time? And it's like, no! Just trying to walk to school, leave me alone. So that was way more noticeable to me. For some reason, the long, straight, white guy hair just has that immediate association with stoner, and I don't necessarily understand why. It's probably just some popular character somewhere or something. It's the hippie look, I guess. Wow, that was like a tangent into a tangent into a tangent. That was a chain. That was a combo there. Yeah. Good thing Pops isn't here. Yeah, no. Yeah, I met some very good friends in high school, and I ended up spending a lot of time with them outside of school. Neither of whom we've grown apart since, both friendship-wise, but mostly distance-wise. One ended up moving to Florida, one ended up moving to northern central, I don't remember exactly where. They've moved a few times. They were like Michigan, Ohio, like that whole area. So I ended up spending a lot of time with them after school. One friend I'd go like biking with and like skateboarding with, even though I then and now barely know how to skateboard. I can barely stay on a skateboard even then, but it was fun to just dick around. We had a fairly empty lot near us. And the other friend, we would just, she kept trying to get me to watch anime, and I didn't want to watch anime at that time of my life, even though now I love anime. Funny how things work. And we played a bunch of games and just dicked around. I mean, I was on the freshman basketball team. I was the token white guy. You gotta have one. The only other white guy on the team was the same guy who was also the quarterback of the football team, so he didn't count. He didn't count. It had to have me. 3DS wasn't a thing when I was in high school, but I brought my Game Boy SP, and I would use that in study hall. That was like, that's when I played like, what was the Metroid on that? What was the Metroid game that had like the extra Fusions? Yes, Fusions. I played Metroid Fusions. I played Legend of Zelda, Minish Cap. Definitely played Kingdom Hearts, the card game, and I don't remember what else I played on it. But I played a bunch of games just like through study halls and whatnot. Not really. So I fit the meme, I guess. I definitely fit the meme. It also was nice that I was walking distance from the high school. Still am. It's the same house, same high school. So like, it was like a 5-10 minute walk home. It wasn't far. Didn't have to worry about buses or any of that nonsense. Just walked it. I didn't love high school when I was in it. And I'm not going to look back and say it was all sunshine and rainbows, because there was a lot of not so great things. For sure. But it definitely wasn't as bad as I thought it was at the time. And there was a lot of really good things. Even though I may not be in constant contact with those two big groups of friends, I met Calico in high school. When I was a junior, she was a freshman. And she was in the friend group that I hung out with, which was the Japanese center at my high school. Even though I was taking Spanish, I was friends with all the Japanese center people. And obviously still friends with Calico to this day. But the other two friends, we may not be close anymore, but that doesn't change the fact that they were very good friends for many years, and we had very good times together. Like, looking back, it wasn't as bad. But I'm looking at it through memories. I'm not reliving being the awkward guy in homeroom or every class. So like, yeah, funny, you can ask Potts, he can confirm. I am just, like, here, I talk, I gesture, like, human, entertain. But like, in person, I'm a lot quieter. I talk a lot less. A lot less. You can ask Potts, can confirm, I'm sure. But, yeah. Ask how long I'm thinking. You're assuming anybody on YouTube watches this nonsense. But they don't. And it's okay. It's archive purposes. I used to be better at small talk. I can keep friendships. The problem is I have the problem of out of sight, out of mind almost. Like, if it's somebody I don't see with any, even if online or whatnot, some amount of regularity, I tend to just focus on the stuff that's in front of me. And like, they'll pop back, I'll be like, oh, awesome, cool, how you doing? But like, yeah, I have a bad habit of not necessarily contacting people first, which is a problem, you know. Yeah, that's fair. Introvert strong with this. I have moments where I can, you know, like, I go to karaoke parties with my friends, but like, for me it's also a lot about how long I've known a person too, and even then sometimes I just don't have much to say. But it's way different when, like, if I go to a karaoke party with like Sandwich and Nutsa and OJ, and I'm using all their nicknames because, you know, that's just how we work, even though I don't think anyone here knows OJ is OJ. I don't think anyone here, Muritan. Vespa doesn't, well, Vespa is Vespa's nickname, so it's perfect. Like, I can go with that squad, and it's like, cool, everything's fine, but like, as soon as one of them brings a friend I don't know, it's like, oh, there's a new person. Okay. They have to disappear. Okay, hold on. Oh, yes, true. Online is great because, like, you can kind of come and go. Yeah. If somebody doesn't respond for a while online, yeah, they probably had to, like, go eat, or use the bathroom, or take a jog, or whatever life thing. Yeah. Oh, eye contact will always be an issue for me, and that's not made better by COVID and spending a lot of my time online. It's like, I am halfway through my 30s now, and I still don't know how to exactly look and act when I pass somebody on the sidewalk. If somebody's coming this way, and I'm going this way, and somebody I don't know, where do you look? What do you do? How do you, just... Just stop caring? Fair. Yeah. That's probably the wisest thing to do. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm not extroverted, but I have worked in customer service long enough that I have a customer service voice, and I can do the whole song and dance customer service stuff. That's different to me than, like, extroverted in a group of, like, mixed friends and non-friend people. To me, that's a totally different thing. In my mind, totally different. I can do the customer service, no problem. And actually, since I did most of my customer service starting in the Bronx, I've gotten really good at just deflating angry situations. Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah, that, yes. I've absolutely had people... I worked at 2 different locations of the grocery store at 2 different times. I worked at one, like, 2 cities over. Then I took a break and I worked with my dad for 2 years. And that job kind of fell through, and I went back to the grocery store at a different location. So I've had people from the first location be like, "Oh, Viper! Long time no see!" And I'm like, person who I definitely remember both your name and your face. Yup. See, for me, once I get to know somebody, it's a different story. But, like, if it's somebody I'm passing on the street, I'm always more conscious of what I'm doing if it's a woman, because I don't want to be a creep. Like, that has always been my go-to thing. It's like, I never want to be seen as, like, a creepy guy, but just by nature, like, when I lived in the city, I hated it, because, like, there were times where I'd, like, do magic late at night, like, pre-releases and stuff, and I'd come back, and, like, there'd just be a woman ahead of me walking the same direction I was, but, like, half my speed. It's like, what do I do? It's like, I don't want to sneak up behind her. I'm, like, a foot and a half taller than her, wearing mostly black, in the middle of the night, in New York City, and I don't want to bother her. But I also don't want to speed up and try to go around and freak the hell out. Like, I don't want that. So I'd usually just cut my speed in half and get home slower. But anyway, North and friends from high school. Oh, that's awesome. Gotta love when stuff like that happens. Yeah. What I could have done is cross the street, but it wasn't like, I just defaulted to, like, slowing down. I know that's a very specific example. Late at night in New York City, behind somebody who's walking slower than you, like, that's super specific. That's never going to happen to me again, because I don't live in the city anymore. But I remember that night so vividly, like, oh, come on. But yeah, so that was, like, 3 more tangents. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I find it hard to get rid of Facebook. Because there are a bunch of people who I don't actively seek out conversations with often, but I still consider friends and like kind of keeping in that, like, little bit of touch with them. Seeing what they're up to, like, it's that little bit. There's some people that I just only have on there. That's why though I vocally hate Facebook and everything the company does, hell, even, like, going on once a day, like, I'll see a friend post 5 ads, 3 websites they think I'll like, 1 website just there to annoy me, and then 1 thing from a friend. I hate it. Facebook is awful. Facebook is awful. But I stay on there because there's 1 or 2, there's like 5 or 6 people I just don't have elsewhere. Yeah. Discord is better until Discord does something stupid and messed up and sells their company to somebody who just wants to make a boatload of money off people. It's inevitable. All social media will go that way. It's just gonna happen. 100% Sora. 100%. Yeah. I hope so too, but I would argue it's inevitable. But I'd also hope that they'll be somewhere else by then, if it does. Yeah. Or at least like don't explode for a long while, Discord. I mean, I do my little part. I pay for Discord Nitro, mostly just to use animated and emotes in a variety of places. But let's go to posts. We all come here. Yeah, exactly. Even like Twitter exploding. There's other places trying to fill that gap, but that's tough. Twitter's too big. Oh, clicked off. Why did I do that? Twitter is too big. It would be like if YouTube, like, we can all criticize YouTube all we want. There's no alternative to YouTube. There's no viable alternative to YouTube for offline in the middle of the day. Everybody shows up in chat. Yeah. I'd leave, like, I would do what G-Money does and just leave the stream going most of the time. Even if it's just me sleeping in the bed and the camera's pointed at a wall or something, you know. G-Money's gotten away with that a few times, even though you're not supposed to. They've definitely done it. Okay. I think I'm gonna get back to the game. It's been like an hour. Take another sip real quick. Oh yeah, forums have kind of died, but if that's the price to pay for Discord, I'm okay with that. Forums lived a long life, and they'll still exist in niche places. Sorry, for the free currency, guess. Oh, one last thing, Ramen. I saved a picture earlier that I'm going to have to post in Discord. One of my con friends plays Genshin, and her new thing to do is to go and find all the treasure chests on the map, but not open them. So her map is just riddled with exclamation points, and I think it was probably your worst nightmare. It's worse looking than my 14 map. So I have to post that on Discord later. Oh man, I had a Ventrilo server and a TeamSpeak server. Yes. And it came at the end of that era, and when Skype was already kind of known to be just one of those like crap programs. And it took all that functionality and forums and kind of just rolled it all into one. Yeah. Oh, that's cool too. Skype banned, yes. Yeah. TeamSpeak and Ventrilo at least tried. Skype was bad. Skype was bad. Like, Skype was just awful. See, I played WoW, so I had to use TeamSpeak and Ventrilo. Like, I had to. If I wanted to be in a raiding guild, and I was in a raiding guild, and I raided, well, I've never even heard of that. Well, like, the guilds I was in, they paid per server. I would be there a bunch. Yeah. League would make sense too. I can imagine that game being a lot easier if you can verbally communicate with somebody. Never even heard of Dolby Accent. Never. Wow. I hope Pots doesn't check this VOD and be like, Viper, that was like an hour! What were you thinking? Hey, it's my stream and I'll tangent if I want it. Yeah, League, oh man. I have no fond memories of playing League. Even though the characters, the world, the content was good, I don't think there was ever a time where I was playing League where I was like, there must have been like the first few matches against like bots were fun. Because I played for long enough. Alright. They get paid tons of, oh, that's what started it. It was the whole, the security guards probably get paid a lot. That's what started everything. Earth was fun, I agree. So was, Iran. Okay, so yeah, that was the tangent springboard. What happened is, has anybody here seen Advent Children? The fight against the Bahamut, where like everybody just keeps launching Cloud higher and higher, like he gets to a new level and somebody there to launch him higher. That was the tangent. She springboarded a little bit, and then somebody's like high school, and it just flung it higher, and then somebody's like introvertism and flung it higher. Until we peaked. It's okay, Sundays is Potts' anime night. Fine. Thank you, Krim, thank you. No, Potts would just fast forward, like a smart person. This is definitely not the longest we've gone on tangent, but it's on the longer side. He's a security guard? I think it's my turn for my head to spin. Can you tell us about what happened last night? What time did that incident take place again? What time was it again, Maya? Well, according to Detective Gumshoe, it was around 1:30 in the morning. Last night was horrible. I got pulled over. Pulled over? Yes, I always do my best flying at night. Flying? You're talking about your motorcycle, right? Yes, anyway, last night I got pulled over by a policeman. Can't believe he caught up to me. It was a great chase, let me tell you. When he finally caught me, the poor man was as white as a sheet. It was about 3 in the morning when I finally got home. Sounds like she's got an airtight alibi. Well, what about Mr. Delight? Oh, you don't chat in whole live streams? I don't really know. We weren't together at that time of the night. Well, when I got home, he was already fast asleep. So basically, he's got no alibi. Okay. I had to examine this room. It's Master Mask! It's a tape recorder hanging from his neck. Let me see that. Click. Ah ha 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 ha. Palpitating. Okay. I don't get it. What's this supposed to be, Nick? What did it say? You're taking the skirt. Okay, well, cool. Fine. Whatever. Oh yeah, see, well that's where like super chats come in. Once the chat's moving that fast, that's when you gotta use like bits to chat, like text to speech or the super chats. The only way to get seen about it, like there's nowhere else you can. You don't even read the super chats though? I have nothing then. Nick, it's a torpedo! Hard to believe, but it sure looks real. Where could you have picked up something like this? Please don't say that torpedoes are things people just leave lying around. Okay. Missiles just go off on other conversation chatters. Really? Well, yeah, I guess so. You gotta stick to the content creation, I suppose. I want to talk about what the streamer's doing. Weird. Okay. Bunch of cheap costume pieces arranged inside a nice frame. Look, Nick, it's a fake beard. It's also a mask made out of cardboard. Here, Nick, try out this fake beard. Come on, try it on. Hey, cut it out. Now put on the mask. It's Phoenix the Mask. Let's borrow it for a while. No way. Not stealing from a thief. I have enough bad karma as it is. Oh, that's so cute. It's called a hot air balloon, you know. Wow. No fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick. The emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. That's proof enough that Ron Delight really is Mask to Mask. Really, though? Better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities. This thing looks vaguely familiar. Oh, I know! It's a fishbowl! Well, an upside down one, anyway. I think it's a helmet. An alien helmet. And it looks like a tape recorder or something next to it. I think it's a transceiver. Alien transceiver. Nick? Do you think maybe you could act like a grown-up for a little bit? Getting lectured by Maya to be more of an adult. That's a new low. What's that type of rules? Yeah, no. A whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Like, I feel like Dug's chat clearly goes by too fast to read, which is why they always do the text-to-speech. They always, hey Doug. There's a whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Duck and cover, it's a missile! Did you know there's dynamite in missiles? But they're not heavy enough to be real. Oh wait, they're just really well-made toys. These rolls of paper stuck in the trash can. Theft of the Mazarin Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy. Did the police even investigate this place? Is going to come from Dug's event. Oh, I saw that there was something live going on earlier, but I didn't want to catch it midway, so I'm just waiting. Stream was I'm sure. I can't wait. That was the, like, games happening simultaneously, right? So you, like, do something in one game and it switches to another. Oh, YouTube chat. Yeah. Yeah. There's a ton of chat, but there's no conversation. A lot is being said, but nothing is being said. A lot is being typed, nothing is being said. Hey Nick, look on top of the chair. It's like an envelope and a letter. Well, don't just stand there. Come on, let's read it. But, you know, we shouldn't do that. What are you talking about? That letter could be an important clue. No way, you can't just go reading a private letter because you feel like it. Well, not just because I feel like it. It really could be important. If I was sure it was a clue, I guess I wouldn't mind. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves. Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck in them. Let's see here. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. Wow, Ron really studied his stuff. Now I understand why it's like thief, 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 thief. Akira motorcycle. Checks out. She gets one thing in the apartment. It's the Akira motorcycle. Oh, we commit federal crimes constantly. Constantly. Is there anything else? No, we talked to her. So, maybe back here? Nope. Doubtful back here. Maybe he's back? Hmm. We didn't actually look around here, so we should do that. A creepy painting. It's like he's looking right at me. Really, Phoenix? Really? Really? Maybe we should put up a big portrait of you in the office, Nick. I can even paint it for you. Maybe you can pose while cleaning the toilet. I think I'd prefer something a bit more dignified. Hey, Nick, what's this thing here? It's called a gramophone. In the old days, people used to use them to listen to music. You can't be serious. I think it's probably for purifying the air or something. I'll bet you 50 cents. Come on, what do you say? Forget it. You never pay up when you lose. I believe that. Make a bet. Only expect money when you win. Oh, it's a huge hearth. It's a fireplace. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right. Sorry. If you put a rock up here, it'd be a hearthstone. That's one impressive bookshelf filled with some... Don't I have a hearthstone? I do. I forgot about that. Oh, that's dusty. Hold on a sec. Clearly, I forgot I had it. Yeah, I have a hearthstone. No, that wasn't a tangent. That was just more, I forgot I had that. It was right there. Oh, there you go. That's not a tangent. That was just a showing of a thing. That was from the one PAX East I went to, which was fun. One impressive bookshelf full of some very impressive books. My Life as an Ace Detective. Unabridged edition by Luke Atme, Ace Detective. Hey, he's even got one of those ships in a bottle thingies. Would you look at that? There's a little Luke Atme doll in the helm. How cute. A microscope here, too. Wonder if he was researching something. Glass slides have different names on them. This one says Atme virus. This guy is just dying to make a name for himself, huh? Yeah, it's kind of in the name. Yeah. Luke Atme. Getting kind of irritating, actually. That's why when Phoenix came here and says the first thing he saw was the painting, it says it's looking right at him. It's like, Phoenix, shut up. Desk is literally covered with all sorts of chemistry equipment. Oh, I just love chemistry. Say, Nick, I bet you didn't know this, but water is made up of carbon and hydrogen. No, it's not. It's definitely not. No, not carbon, oxygen. Oxygen and hydrogen. Oh, well, there are always alternative theories. Like, if by alternative theories you mean the ones you make up inside your that head of yours, yeah. Carbon and hydrogen. Delicious water. Right, so it wasn't here. Whatever we're looking for. This. Can't show her that, Nick. Emblem's top secret. Oh, yeah. Top secret was the worst giveaway than what I did. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, when I hear the word top secret, it just piques my interest like nothing else. I don't think there's anything we can show her. So mysterious looking. I love old stuff like this. Really? That's one of our most treasured possessions. It's going to be a whole exhibit of lordly tailors with these types of things. Oh, I look so happy. She's lit up like 1,000-watt bulb. Terrific. You can count on Ronnie and me to be there. Sounds like fun. Well, Ronnie was already there. Additional water. That's just your opinion. Wait, the internet can't decide if water is wet or not? What? But it's water. but it's water. So yes. Huh? Oh, yeah. Oops, looks like that light bulb is starting to flicker. Oh, that's Master Mass calling card. Pretty nice looking, huh? You look so happy. I'm not very good at writing, you see. So I bought a book called How to Write Business Letters and studied hard. Well, I guess you can call the thievery a type of business. I'm really sorry I caused so much trouble. Divide. Oh no. I'm so sorry that we shouldn't have stolen it in the first place. Oh, but the only thing I did wrong was to No. Oh, this was only like a half hour. That's not even that bad. We've absolutely tangented for longer than that. I thought it was closer to an hour, in which case that might be on our longer side. But the only thing I did wrong was to lose it. That's not right. I was wrong either way. I'm sure the owners of the other treasures feel the same. Almost an hour on the dot, or half hour on the dot. That's not that bad. Sure seems sorry. I would have imagined that such a famous thief would have such a pure heart. Nothing on the statue. Sword. I must have missed something. There must be something we haven't rubbed on the right person yet. Or something environmental, but I'm usually... I can't say I've never missed anything in the environment, but I feel like I'm usually pretty good about being thorough around here. Exhibit holes are definitely clear. Until he shows up, that's definitely clear. Oh. Did that one already. I have no idea why she'd know the statue. Or the urn. Oh, the same thing. Badge. Alright, so definitely nothing there. Make sure I didn't miss anything, but again, I think I rubbed everything. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing about that. Nothing about that. Also struggle. Nothing to help with. Sorry, cause so much trouble. Cards, it's great. Nothing good. What am I missing? Doubt it, but I really doubt it. I don't know, but I rubbed everything on everyone. I guess I haven't. Can I present people here? My lovely wife, isn't she beautiful? Yeah, she sure is. There. Oh boy, the one topic I don't want to get into in front of Pearls. But I guess he doesn't approve of my interest. I'm afraid she doesn't like me anymore. What should I do? If I want to win her back, I'm really going to have to be super honest. Oh boy, he's going back in his own little world again. Alright, so that didn't actually help. Him? You know him? He claims to be your arch enemy and rival. That person. He's not my arch enemy or my rival. Well, actually, no. No, now that I think about it. Terms arch enemy and rival. They are rivals. Only people who have it out for each other would disagree like this. Yes. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always been interested in mysterious masked men. That's what you wanted to be when you grew up. Yes, no, sort of, but not exactly. Never imagined I'd feel as bad as I do now about the treasures being stolen. People sure can be complicated, can't they? Gumshoe, nothing. Andrews, probably nothing. Can't say we've rubbed everything on everyone until we've rubbed everyone on everyone. You know, maximum rubbing. Do you know me? Did he technically skip himself? Okay. Nothing. Yourself. As long as I've got my motorcycle and my Ronnie, I'm happy. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that plus a little excitement, a little shopping money. Then I'm happy. Well, she's starting to sound a bit greedy, don't you think, Nick? I know he doesn't look it, but he can really get things done when he puts his mind to it. Really? So when exactly does he put his mind to it? Well, not very often, I admit. Exactly does Miss Delight see in her husband, anyway? Wow, you must have really seen skyrockets when you first met to love him such. Skyrockets. Didn't know people still use that word. What idea that is. About your husband in Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask? Of course, I know all about it. My husband is his biggest fan. Yup. Yep. What? Huh? Biggest fan? Yes, and Ronnie can be pretty delusional sometimes. That's how this whole misunderstanding happened. Wait a minute. Did you say delusional? Yes, you know, like that Taku kid from Chaos Child. And Chaos Head. You know, delusions. It happens. Yes, that's right. I just don't know what I'm going to do with him. You see, Ronnie actually believes that he is Mask to Mask. What? What are you talking about? So that would be there. Okay. So we rubbed her husband on her, but we didn't rub his alter ego on her, so, you know. So when did Ron first become Mask to Mask? What are you talking about? He's not Mask to Mask. Huh? But wait a second. Look around at this room. This place is obviously Mask to Mask hideout. No, you're totally wrong. The real thief's hideout wouldn't look like this. It's because Ronnie is so timid himself that he looks up to heroic figures. Heroic figures? But Mask to Mask is a bad guy. So he's deluded, huh? Is that really true? Anyway, if he really had stolen the urn, wouldn't he still have it? Well, I suppose so. Then why don't you ask him if he has the urn or not? He has a point. Mr. Delight isn't exactly the criminal type. But something about Ron's behavior bothers me. Maybe it's true. Maybe Mr. Delight isn't Mask to Mask after all. Hey, can I ask you something, Nicky boy? What is it? I know I may seem like a bad girl on the outside. The one thing I won't stand for is illegal activity. I had a feeling you wouldn't. You're tough, but I can tell you've got a good heart. Somebody framed my poor Ronnie. I just know it. Could you give this to Ronnie for me? Letter? Yes, for Ronnie. I want him to fight back. It's Delight. Okay, you've got it. Just relax and leave it all to us. The enemies... Oh, just lose their minds. Oh, boy. Just her husband, Ron Delight, apparently contains something important. Alright, well... Bye. At least now we know where we're going. So, can we read it? Oh, that's right. Here. This is from your wife. Oh, from Desi, thank you. Better give it a mask to mask. Actually, more like taken. My dear Ronnie, how are you? I'm doing fine. Clutching onto that letter so hard, the ink is going to be squeezed out. You look so happy. You should write a letter to Mystic Maya too, Mr. Nick. Mr. Lawyer? Yes? In the letter that Desi wrote, she said, ask the guy to be your lawyer. Huh? I know this would be asking a lot, but could you please take my case? My trial starts tomorrow. Hey, hang on a second. He can't be your lawyer? Why not? Sorry, that's Phoenix. Do you know what? I'm just going to say he said, why not? What do you mean, why not? We're the victims in this case, right? Victims of this Damask guy. Well, yeah, but according to Desiree, he didn't do it. She said, poor man, he's deluded himself into thinking he did it, right, Mr. Nick? Come on, she could be lying to protect her husband. Well, that's true. No, actually not. Actually, it's hard to... Ah, he is picking up the speech patterns. Oh no, it's spreading. Oh, please, I'll give you the treasure of your choice in return. You're not doing a good job of making your case that you're not the treasure thief. What should I do? Don't want me to try. No, we should progress with the plot. Well, Mr. Delight, decided to give it a try. I'll defend you. Really? You will? Hey, what are you doing, Nick? He's a thief. You can't trust him. Well, he may be a thief, but I think there's more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nick, I was wrong about you. I shouldn't have trusted you. Rose? I can't believe you defend this person after what he did to Mystic Maya. I'll never forgive you, ever. Wah. But Pearly, wait! It's going to be ugly. I'll go after her. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Well, you couldn't have known she'd react like that. Guess I might as well start investigating. Oh, Maya, where's Pearls? She said she's going back to the office. Go check on her later, would you? What about you? You okay with me taking Mr. Delight's case? Yeah, I'm fine, Nick. I believe in you. I think I'm gonna cry. I know you have a lot of work to do. I really appreciate it. Okay, Nick, let's get the show on the road. Well, I don't really think there's anything new. The only new thing that it could possibly be would be here, right? No. We've already kinda... Oh, okay. Maya. Oh, Miss Andrews. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. My precious Erin. You're precious. Please, calm down. What's wrong? It never ends. Everything I touch ends in failure. Maya, I'm sorry. I'll do anything to make it up to you. No, it's okay. I don't know. I know I don't look it, but I'm good with my hands. I can make you another urn. Hold on. Just wait, okay? Breathe, calm down, and talk to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. So when did you get the calling card from Mask to Mask? Let's see, exactly 10 days ago. I was going to show it to the police. That detective stopped me. He stopped you from showing important evidence to the police. I mean, I know he wants fame, but that's not good. So you asked Detective Atme to help with security? Yes, in fact, it was about 20 days ago that I hired him. He seemed to know much more about Mask to Mask than the police. They hired him for security even before the calling card arrived? Well, yes. I had a premonition that something bad might happen. I've learned to trust my hunches. That's why there are security cameras, even in the basement warehouse. Yes, Lovely Taylor is very serious about the security measures. What's their way of saying, bring it on to any potential thieves? Well, they brought it. Well, he sure... Damn it! He sure brought it last night, and even left with a nice souvenir. Yeah, Phoenix, I already said that. Thanks for trying to take my line. Can you tell us a little bit about the security for the treasure exhibit? It was all my fault. I never should have called this paltry little collection a treasure exhibit anyway. Why do you say that? The urn that was stolen is a pretty important object. Maybe, but its actual value after appraisal was, well, practically zero. Zero? All shit was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. That urn contains the soul of Mystic Ami. Contained? Anyway, I left all the security arrangements to Detective at me, but 5 days ago I began receiving all sorts of other exhibit items from Korean. Some people started going in and out of the warehouse down there, so maybe one of them was actually Master Mask in disguise. No, I personally checked out everyone that came through here, so that's not possible. Knowing Adrian, she probably even checked out what they eat for breakfast that morning. Camera data? Nope. No, it's all my fault. So it's done. Okay. Sword, nothing. Calling card, nothing. Urn, nothing. Statue, nothing. Poster, nothing. 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 Okay. We didn't really learn much there. We learned that he learned that he intercepted the card before it hit the police. He had already hired him before the card, and they upped security a bunch. Still not here? We should see Pearls here. Ah, Mr. Nick, welcome back. Oh, hey Pearls, you're back too, I see. I, went and bought us a strawberry cake. I'll go make some tea to go with it. Hey, Pearls? Looks like she feels really bad about what happened at the detention center. Mr. Maya, the tea is ready. Oh, thanks. Come on, Mr. Nick, please have some of this cake. Yeah, thanks. Pearls? Oh, excuse me, I was in the middle of cleaning the toilet. Hey, it's okay, I just cleaned it this morning. Too late. Might be a good time for me to ask about her. First met Pearls a year ago. It was when that murder happened at Korean Village. Still remember what she said to me when we first met. You're Mr. Nick, right? You're Mystic Maya's special someone. And she's done nothing but ship them every minute of every day since then. Hey, Maya, I always thought it was because she was young, but what? Pearls, I think she's got the wrong idea. About you and me. Huh? There's something you need to understand. Well, what is it? It's kind of like a Korean Village custom, sort of. There are hardly any men in Korean Village. Now that you mention it, I never actually saw any men there when I visited. Pretty sure I told you about it a long time ago. A spiritual power runs very strongly in the Fae family. Yeah, he did. And that's why you're undergoing training to be a spirit medium, right? Yeah, the thing is, only women can actually inherit the spiritual power. That's why the whole culture of Korean Village kind of revolves around its women. Well, that's understandable. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but because of that, there tends to be a lot of unsuccessful marriages. Oh? Well, men start to feel left out after a while, and then they just start leaving. Especially if the man has a daughter. You're saying that Pearl's father is gone. Left the village when she was very young. Boy, that's tough. Yeah, and she grew up seeing nothing but unhappy marriages all around her. That's why she's so sensitive to things like that. By sensitive to, do you mean ships you two harder than is humanly possible? I don't know if that's sensitivity, but Pearl seems to love you a lot. Well, it's because I'm her only cousin, and, well, Because of the murder case last year, Pearlie's mother is... Oh, yeah. And I would have gotten away with it, too. If it wasn't for you, and your little Pearls, too. I remember now, Pearl's mother, Morgan Fay. She's serving a prison term in isolation right now. You see, I'm the only family Pearlie has right now. But, it's the same for me, too. Maya. My mother's gone, too. Your mother's still missing? Yeah, no one has any idea where she is. Maya's mother, Misty Fay, the current master of the Korean channeling technique, disappeared 17 years ago after getting involved in a certain police case. But you're sure she's still alive, right? Yeah, I know she is. It's sort of a spirit medium thing. If your mother doesn't come back, then what? According to the laws of the village, I'll become the next master. Mystic Maya, the master of the Korean technique. Sounds like a heavy responsibility. Yeah, but there's no one else with the blood of the Fae main family who's a spirit medium. Well, Nick, why don't we go out and start investigating? We're not going to learn anything just sitting around the office. Yeah, I know. First, I want to talk to Pearls. Mr. Nick? Yeah? I acted like a baby. Pearls? I doubted you, even though Mystic Maya trusted you completely. Guess I still have a lot of training to do. Mr. Nick. Yes? From the bottom of my heart, I apologize for what I said. It's okay. I'm the one that should be apologizing. Well, I'm going to go out now for a little bit. Huh? Where are you going? I may be small, but I still have a lot of spirit channeling power. I'm going to show you it can be useful too, by finding some evidence. Hey, wait! You are way too small to be going off on your own in the city to find, like, evidence of crime. Alright. Also, this is one of the few cases we've ever worked on where no one's dead. So, what are you going to do as a spirit channeling medium? No one died. Nick, let's back off and give her some room. No, let's not let her wander around the city looking for crime. Yeah. Alright. She's committed to crime enough, so whatever. Fine. Hey, okay. Hello? Well, how lovely it is to see you again, my dear. Welcome to my abode. Relax and soak up the atmosphere. Actually kind of... Shh, silence. No. Precisely as I expected. What is... Savari, the truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium. Am I correct? Yeah, we've met. You're not a detective. I think we've already been through this. So my estimation was correct. Savari, how truly elegant. Now then, what can I do for you? We've already met. You didn't deduce it. We've been introduced. You mentioned before that you were on guard duty all alone last night. Precisely. This is my 5th encounter with my arch enemy. I refuse to allow anyone to interfere with the rightful pursuit of my prey. Have you been after Master Mass since his very first theft? Yes, my dear, I see you've done your homework. In his very first heist, that vile thief pilfered the famous jewel, the Tear of Eminon. First encountered him in the museum's sacred hall, the crime scene itself. So, that's why you were hired as security for the treasure exhibit? Pretty sure he said that Adrian Andrews hired him. Yes, I borrowed some equipment from Lordly Taylor and set up the perfect trap. You must be in the security camera. I thought you were watching the area yourself, too. So how did Master Mass manage to steal the urn? That's the million-dollar question. What is Master Mass' modus operandi? Mr. Atney, did you know about the sacred urn? I'm interested in only one thing, my dear, and that is Master Mask. Sacred urn. It has nothing to do with this case. Okay. Sure. Has nothing to do with this case at all. Nope. Nothing. But wasn't that what Master Mask stole this time? I'm a hunter, sir. The urn was nothing more than a lure to catch my prey. Do you yourselves remember the shape of the individual peanuts you throw to pigeons? I don't think I like this guy's attitude, Mr. Nick. Well, anyway, it looks like he doesn't know about the urn. No, doesn't know and doesn't care. There's something that's kind of bothering me. Please, my dear, ask me anything you like, unless it's about the urn, or anything that doesn't have to do with Master Mask. After all, we are all but seekers, wandering alone in the dark. Well, I was wondering how Master Mask managed to steal the urn. I mean, isn't it strange that you don't seem to know? Yeah, now that you mention it, it is strange. After all, you were on guard that night at the scene of the crime. Unless you were sound asleep, you should have at least seen Master Mask. Oh. Why, hello there. What the? It's a psych lock. Psych lock? Nick, what is this psych lock thing? Well, your Magatama lets me see when people are keeping secrets. By breaking their mental locks, I can find out what those secrets are. What? This Magatama has that kind of power? Maya, you're the one who gave me this Magatama last year. Well, it's true that this Magatama is a prized family heirloom, but Burley was the one that actually imbued it with spiritual powers, right? That's why I don't really know much about what it can do. This is the woman that's going to take over the Korean channeling school someday. So how do you do it? How do you break the psych lock thing? Well, you present the Magatama to the person with the secret. Cool! I can't wait to see it in action. Come on, try it out! Oh boy, I think the future master still needs to learn how to be patient. Well, let's see about that then.
Take that!
Master Mask's MO. Detective Annie. You're standing guard at the scene of the crime. There's no way you didn't see Master Mask commit the crime. Well, now I can hardly see why you're so positive about that. Yes, indeed, I was guarding the warehouse. That much is true. I can tell you for certain that not a single person passed through that door. Sure why, but this Atme guy is lying through his teeth. And no, I'll show him some proof. Detective Atme, I have here proof that someone went through that door last night. There was a security camera set up at the scene of the crime. I should have automatically taken a photo of anyone that went through the door. Precisely. I hope you don't mind, but we've already got our hands on the camera data. As you can see, the camera went off exactly once last night. What? But my monocle didn't catch anyone in its flash. It must be some kind of computer malfunction. It must be. Maybe it was your monocle that malfunctioned. What? Are you saying that I didn't do my duty properly? Yes! Detective Atme, you must have seen the thief last night. The question is, why are you trying to hide it? If he's hiding it, there must be some reason. Some reason that he desperately wants to keep hidden. Just a piece of evidence that should prove it, do I? Suppose you didn't manage to see Mask till last. In that case, the reason you didn't act at the time is because you were... I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a portrait worked like that, but, yeah. We don't know. This would just be a shot in the dark. Oh, no. It's not a shot in the dark. It's an educated guess that he was unconscious because of the sword. The sword was bent. So unless it was used to pry something open, it could have been used to bash him over the skull. That's at least an educated guess. I'm afraid that making a guess is not enough. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Show me your evidence.
Take that!
Detective Atme, you were knocked unconscious by the thief, weren't you? Surely you must be joking. You think that I, Luke Atme, could be knocked unconscious so easily? This sword proves it. That's... Before the theft, the sword was in the hand of the statue of Amife. Furthermore, at that time it was not bent. There's only one explanation. You were struck on the head and knocked unconscious by the sword. Well, Detective, how about it? I'm impressed. You truly are an ace attorney. Hell yeah. 3 games in, we better be. Can't wait to be a great ace attorney, too. But first, we get to be a dead guy. Can't deny that there may be a small hint of truth in what you say. So, you were knocked out when the thief first clobbered you. Club, what an ugly way of saying it, but I suppose you could put it that way. The coward struck at the precise moment that I turned to look at the computer. You never noticed that the thief had entered the warehouse? No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Perhaps the air ducts or the sewer pipes. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. Mr. Atme should have his poor head examined. Say that again. How can you have underestimated the thief that badly? Well, looks like we got one thing cleared up anyway. What? That Atme is the greatest ace detective in the world? No, that he never actually saw the thief. Oh, that's right. So the thief may not even be Master Mask. Just one moment, Sir Lawyer. The thief was unquestionably Master Mask. You never actually saw him. Perhaps so, but I installed a security camera for just such a contingency. Last night the camera went up exactly once. Behold, this is a photo of the dastardly thief taken by the security camera. Well, I mean, that does look like Master Mask, to be fair. But that's him. Master Mask. Security camera photo added to the court record. Thief could be none other than the arch-criminal Master Mask. After all, he has a very good reason for committing such brazen crimes. Yeah, his girlfriend's got expensive taste. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, it's pink paint is the goo on the floor. So, what did he mean by he had a very good reason? Exactly that. Mr. Delight had a very good reason to dress up and commit those crimes. There should be a green envelope somewhere in his room. Oh, you'll need to go and investigate. But how would you know about that? Huh, have you forgotten? He's speaking to the finest ace detective ever to walk on the face of the earth. So how do you know what he had in a sealed envelope in his room? Most brilliant mind since, well, ever! Look at me. Well, I guess we better go take a look, just in case. Hey, Nick, remember what Detective Atme said? Green envelope, huh? Looks like this is it. Okay, let's have a look. You don't want your true identity revealed to the world. Come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. 50,000? This is a whale letter. It looks like a major clue, alright? Ding dong. Oh, somebody's at the door. I'll be right back. Won't take but a second, I promise. Thank you for coming. That's so nice of you. When I see a damsel in distress, I just can't help myself. Please, come on in. I'll make some coffee. Really? Okay, I guess I'll make myself at home, pretty lady. The hell is... Wait a minute. I know that voice. I don't. Oh, Nicky boy, I'm so sorry, but I've got another guest. Ah! Ew! You're... Don't remember what voice I gave him, but... Hey, Larry. How's it going? Nick, it's you! And Maya, too! What a fluke! He's gotta have the Surfer Bro voice, right? He has to. Ah, Larry, long time no see. What, you know each other? Nicky boy? Nick, do you and this girl have, you know, something going on? Something? You mean what I think? I underestimated you, Nick. The married, danger-seeking, expensive woman. No. What are you doing here, Larry? gorgeous lady like this, and married too. Oh, so he knows she's married. Way to go, dude. Knew it. Just when things can't get any worse, it's time to cue into butts. I love his animations. I love his just beady-eyed, just idle, like, Larry Butts. Ever since grade school, he's been not exactly a close friend, but yeah, we know each other. Hey man, that wasn't nice. I was your very first client. We've got quite the storied history, you and I. And what we used to say still rings true. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh man. Hey, come on now, you're embarrassing me. In front of this pretty little thing here. So you two are old childhood friends, I see. That's so sweet. You two go ahead and catch up on old times. I'm going to go check on my bike. Nice girl, that Desi. So how have you been, Nick? Too busy if you really want to know. Obviously. Look at this. Oh, it's security guard. Okay. Let's talk to him before we rub things on him. So what have you been up to this whole time? It's been 2 years since I last heard from you. And what's with those clothes? You look, well, weird. Hey man, that's uncalled for. This is my uniform for my part-time job. I can't believe it's been 2 years. They say time flies when you're having fun. What's wrong? Nick, I gotta tell you. Woman, I don't trust him anymore. Wow, Butts. Got dumped again? Well, you know Bennifer. Followed her all the way to Japan 2 years ago. That's where I met the famous Candy Tom, and my whole life changed. Bennifer? Candy Tom? I never heard of either of them. Anyway, dude, Candy Tom chose Hollywood over me. Can you believe it? Yes. Yes, I can. Well, actually... Anyway, sounds like you had quite the adventure. Women! Oh, but you're different, Maya. You're not like the rest. You're still the same old Larry. So, what are you doing here, anyway? Huh? What do you mean by that? I'm just a natural-born nice guy, that's all. He heard somebody's husband was in jail and showed up to try to console her, didn't he? Well, actually, I picked this up last night while I was working. Oh, maybe not. A wallet? You say you found this last night? Yeah, it had a driver's license in it, so I figured I'd just return it myself. So Ron's wallet was found. Part-time security job. Company building. Let me see that for a minute. Knew it. This is pictures in here. Yeah, I guess he really digs his wife, huh? Hey, Nick, it's not what you're thinking at all. No, I'm pretty sure it is. You haven't changed a bit. No way, man. I mean, she's a married woman. That's just bad news. He really is here just to check out Mr. Light. So you said you found it at your job, right? Yeah, I'm working for a private security company as a guard. Chicks just love a guy in uniform, you know? Security guard, huh? So that's what that uniform is all about. What time was it when you found this last night? Huh? Why are you asking that? Trying to see if I've got an alibi? You're not the one on the hook for a crime this time, buddy. Guess it was around 1 o'clock in the morning on the first floor of our company building. What's Mr. Delight's wallet doing there? Anyway, there's nothing weird about that. After all, he works there. He works there? You mean Mr. Delight? Sure. Here, take a look at this. It's right there in his wallet. What's this card? The key card for the security company. See? It's got a serial number on it right there. There's no mistake about it. You said you were working part-time at a security company, right? That's right. But why? Are you making a scary face? Security company, huh? Something's not quite secure about Larry working there. And honestly, even if Larry does become an incel, just like everything else in his life, he won't commit to it. He'll just half-ass it for a little bit and then find something else. I mean, sometimes you just gotta make fun of the butts, you know. Key card added to the court record. Let's try rubbing things on him. Some treasures. Security guard. Board. Photo. Oh, a blackmail letter. Do you know anything about this? What? I don't know anything about Alexis, and that's the truth. Huh? What? I can't believe you do this to me. I thought you were my friend. $50,000. I don't have that kind of money. No, you don't understand. This blackmail letter was sent to Ron to Light. Oh, man, he scared me. I almost had a heart attack. What? Does he have a secret? Is his secret identity Alexis? What? Wait, I'm the idiot. Man, I was totally confused because it says KB Security right on the envelope. Yeah. So what? So I've got a part-time job at KB Security. What? Sounds like I should really find out some more about this KB Security company. You didn't touch anything in the wallet, did you? Hey man, be serious. You know what I was interested in. Yeah, he saw a picture of a cute girl and he went, yeah, I can't touch anything in the wallet. Gotta go find cute girl. Master Mass doesn't look out, he's gonna be the victim of a robbery himself. So you sure about this keycard? Yup, that's the keycard we use at the building I work in. According to the serial number, this one's for the CEO's office. You need to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Leaves a record? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. I need that data. Whoa, slow down, man. Sorry, but that data is off limits to outsiders. If I lost this job, I'd never have a chance with Desi. You already don't have a chance with Desi. She's married. Times like these, and I wish lawyers weren't so powerless. KB Security, company in the blackmail letter. You know about it? That's where I work, yeah. In fact, I'm on the job right now. Huh? What are you doing here then? Well, boss is away right now. You know what mice will do when the cat's away. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, how far away is the company? Let me see. About 30 minutes by car, I guess. Well, fly down the road anyway. Well, this apartment building is pretty close to Lordly Taylor, right? It would take roughly an hour to go from here to KB Security and back. If Ron DeLight was at KB Security when the robbery occurred, then... Oh! He couldn't have stolen the secret urn. Hey, Nick, your phone! Beep. Hello? Is this the Wright residence? Ah, Pearls, where are you? I thought I'd go to Lordly Taylor and try to find some more clues, but I'm afraid I've gotten lost. What? Give me that phone, Nick. Holy, where are you right now? I was walking along and found myself in front of that person's office. Person? Who? Person who doesn't act his age and always says Zavari when he's excited. Look at me, he's detective. Okay, stay right there, we're coming to get you. Alright, I'm a little scared. Beep. Alright, let's go, Maya. Wait a second, Nick. What? That phone call just now sounded like a real cute... No. Not only your special friends, but... No. Say goodbye to Mr. Light for me, would you, Larry? That is the correct response. Ah, Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya. I also like that. So Larry goes to jail. Larry hears, Mr. Wright, I could really use some help. I'm stuck. I've been abandoned. I'm lost. And Larry goes, oh, real cutie. Burley! Never thought I'd see the two of you again. So, is Mr. Ace Detective out of the office? Yes. When I arrived here, there wasn't a single soul in sight. Say, Nick? Isn't it weird that this Ace Detective guy leaves his door unlocked all day? I mean, we wandered in here earlier when he wasn't around, and now Pearls just wanders in too? Like, he's got experiments going, he's got valuable looking stuff, and he just leaves the door open all day. It's weird, right? Doesn't look like something changed since we were last here. Nope. Now that you mention it. Painting? Or the painting? No, it's bag. I'm sure it wasn't here before. It's quite full. I wonder what could be in here. Hey, Nick, come on. Open it up. Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open this private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. It's true. And truth be told, I have to admit, I am kind of curious. Oh, also, Ramen, I think I found out... I think in Star Ocean you can have a maximum of 8 characters, but there's definitely more than 8 recruitable people. So I think I hit I think I hit as many as I can get in my playthrough, and I guess next time I'll just have to pick different characters. My final edition is a journalist who's also a monk. So that's cool. That would be why they presumably let you turn people down, yes. Also, I know there's a ton of endings. It's the trophy for getting at least 15 endings. So maybe there's an ending for only going through with the key 2 party members and no one else. So that might be a reason too. But yeah, it seems that's how you can like cherry pick your party. I definitely missed 1 or 2 people, but looking at the trophies, because there's unspoilered trophies for like each party member, I think I missed 3. But that's okay, because I like the team I got. No. We did not. Just a quick Star Ocean thing. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, feels kind of hard and smooth. I wonder what could be in the bag. Well, hello there. Eek, he's here. What are you doing, Sir Lawyer? Your door was opened. I'm shocked to see a servant of the court, ignoring the law so flagrantly. I'm really sorry. Maya made me do it. Nick, I can't believe you. I can. Because you did, Maya. A gentleman never uses a lady as an excuse for his own poor behavior. The real question is, can you afford to waste time lollygagging about here? What do you mean by that? Perhaps I should make myself more clear. Tomorrow's trial. Zavari. Shall we say the figurative? Sir William will be dropping his panties before lunchtime. What? What? Okay. Wow, Nick. Sounds like it's going to be really exciting. What? What's going to happen in the trial tomorrow that's so dramatic? Do you know what your biggest mistake so far has been, Sir Lawyer? It was becoming a lawyer in the first place. Ah, that's like how everything that possibly happens ever is my fault because I started streaming. I understand, yeah. That certainly does sound like a big mistake, Mr. Nick. Wow. Tomorrow will be a day to remember. I, Luke Atme, will take the stand. And then, Zvari, my testimony will prove to be the undoing of the lot of you. Yes, all of you. I will unmask you as the thief's co-conspirators. Conspirators? We're literally the victims! You're quick on the defensive, I see. However, it is not I that is your greatest enemy. There's a far more dangerous threat that you will face during the trial. What are you talking about? Your lawyer, if you truly are who you say, I'm sure you've heard of him. His name is Godot. Godot? Who is this Godot person? Not surprising that a spirit medium has not heard the name. Godot, the prosecutor whose equal cannot be found in this country, but in heaven. Godot, a league, or a legend, or myth. Men pin a lifetime of hopes on the chance to simply meet him. Prosecutor Godot. But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Mr. Nick? No surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in the country. And do you agree with that? Most certainly. In fact, you could call him the Luke Atme of the prosecutor's office. Ah, the big loudmouth show-off. Okay, understood. Well, that's good to hear. The prosecution has a fighting chance tomorrow. Ooh, that wasn't bad, Maya! Mr. Nick, is this Godot really that strong? I seem to remember hearing about someone like that. Not surprising. Some people spend their entire lives idly waiting for his appearance. You've taken a step down the path of foolishness. To try to defend a career criminal who deserves nothing less than the death penalty. Hey, last time I checked, no one knows for sure that Mr. Delight really is the mask. My dear lady, times may change, but people sadly do not. Well, you will understand this when you are more mature. Looks like we're done investigating for the day. Sir Lawyer, the stage has been set and all the pieces are finally in place. All that remains now is for the dance to begin. New prosecutor, an ace detective, and a thief. This will be one tough trial. To be continued. Alright, time for me to show my real stuff and get everything right. First time around. No mistakes, like always. Perfectly perfect. As we perfectly proceed. Excuse me. Over the 13th, 9:36 a.m., District Court Defense Lobby number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the mask-to-mask glossy I bought. You bought this? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Mask-to-mask publicity photos stuck in the court record. Well, that means there's got to be a difference between that outfit and that outfit. That we'll probably have to find later. Okay, well, I mean, I see one. Hoping that's the only big one. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. He was screaming like that. Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me. Me. Said it again. Sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Man, it is so hard to defend somebody who's deluded themselves into thinking that they are the criminal. Just really pain in the butt. Difficult to do thing. Okay. The person you're defending keeps going, I did it, lock me up, I did it. That really undermines the whole process. Normally, when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you? Thanks. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty, so make sure they give me a guilty verdict. Please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. Bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you like this. Give it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, the thief is me. Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. Why are you smiling when you say it? She's going to crisscross over your body with her motorcycle as you bleed out more and more with every pass. Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. Wait, you're going on errands during the trial and not watching your husband on trial for a major... You would fine, whatever, I don't even care. Have fun on errands. You showed up to threaten us and then leave. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. There's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the secret urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. It's the man, the myth, the legend. I have his objection ready to be added, but I don't think I should do it mid-stream, so I'll add it at the end. But I've had it for a while. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did he say? Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? No, I'm not. Wow, even the judge admits he's not ready to pass judgment quite yet. I'll pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I'm Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. He's the one that Detective Atme was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes it. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? None. That would definitely make it very easy to have never lost a case. He does have a great theme, but... What did he say? Never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. Never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods began their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask in a court of law... Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trait. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trait. Who is this masked man? Apparent from the depths of hell. Do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gobo? Not Gobo. It's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. My opening statement, if you will. To you, Mr. Trait. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, that sure sounded like an opening statement from somebody who just stated how much they hated opening statements. Let's hear from the first witness. Also, Eric, how's it going? Welcome to my Land in the chat. It's, my name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness. First, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Mask to Mask crime. Mask to Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling cards before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Mask to Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Except the wasn't priceless, it was 0 cost. Sorry, I should grab the last bits. Okay, cool. So the actual identity of this master mask is Mr. Godot. What are you? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Now, please proceed. Even the judge is like, where the hell did that come from? I can see the other side of that desk. There's nothing there. Where? Very well. It's only coffee after all. Why can't be letting him slide this early? Honestly, of all the things that have been let slide in this courtroom, the coffee's harmless. The coffee's absolutely harmless. Like, compared to an actual whip, let the man have a cup of coffee. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Pretty sure what I have to show here, but I'm obviously going to press on everything just to see what it is. You've been involved in the investigation from the beginning. Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a author on thieves. Author? Written books about thieves? I think you probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butter fingers. I don't want to make him look bad, but we want to find info. I'll have to not walk away, okay? Depends on the battle, huh? So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do you? Who's this person? Zvari? He sounds German. Name is Luke Atney, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. Heck, I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. Seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Except the thief is toying with me even now. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never bought their card to the police. Oh yeah, yeah. But I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. Because Detective Atney stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. It's a calling card that Lord Taylor received authentic. Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real. You can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mass emblem. I think it's so good at bed. I mean, you can always turn it off. Always an option. This 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Oh, objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective, don't you? I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow. Looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atney. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It's bad. Art pieces. Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Eminem. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? Yeah, Judge, definitely that's what that is. No, sir, it's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the crown of Bongora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the left hand of Hades, and the portrait of Megina. Megina? Sir. Detective Atney retrieved the portrait of Megina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the sacred urn, right? Isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. I wish you would listen to it a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. 100% certain it's authentic. There's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, that's right, it means that Master Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. There's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron DeLay is Master Mask. But, also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. DeLay himself. So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it? Yeah, I know. Supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. It's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I mean, from a financial point of view, I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. I meant that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the secret urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but, well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? It's coffee here. It's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. Trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. It's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trey. Well, that wasn't even listening to the case. I'm just thinking about this sweet coffee we got here. It admits it too. Alright. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. Faked a mask? Faked a mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trey. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. We're over on our side, just trying to, we're flipping through papers, and all we hear is, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Why is the burden of proof always on me? So we're going to have to prove it. We need to prove that the person at Lord of the Taylor that night was in fact Fake the Mask. There's a few things that could help prove this. My thought process is immediately, that camera photo is missing the necktie piece from the publicity photo. Rather gaudy giant piece. But the wallet might be the better bet. But we haven't tied Ron to Mask, so it's not the wallet. It can't be the wallet then. But I feel like this is jumping the gun. He doesn't even know what Master Mask looks like yet, so showing a person who definitely looks like somebody in a mask carrying around a box of things might just be too much. So I don't actually know what they want me to do here. I think, logically speaking, this seems the best one. Because if we just go through the other stuff, obviously not, obviously not, obviously not. The statue holds no meaning yet. urn holds no meaning yet other than it doesn't have a monetary value to be covered. The card is confirmed accurate, so like we can't do anything with that. That doesn't help us without supporting evidence. That doesn't help us. The blackmail letter is damning but not helpful here. The wallet, we haven't even talked about Ron yet. Same with the key card. And the publicity photo is kind of supporting evidence for this, right? So we're gonna go with that. Definitely wrong, isn't it? Nope, the proof is right here. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I thought I got it wrong. So worried. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Come on, use this pointer to show us just what is about this picture so peculiar.
Take that!
It's right here, of course. You mean mask to mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Yeah, it's in the court record now. Sorry, I need it. You get it back later. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A breach. Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat it. Oh, he's getting... Oh. Not only did he mishear brooch, but he heard a breach and immediately went, defend the castle! Retreat to the keep! Brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. Clasp, eh? Ah, I see it now. Full on Don Quixote. But the mask to mask in the security camera photo. Ah, he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card, and it serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this mask to mask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Order. It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe. Hell, could you have overlooked this? Sorry, sir. I didn't know how I... Where does he keep coming from? Also, does he keep just like smashing the mugs on the ground, or does he send it back off camera and it comes back full? Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha, the brooch you're talking about? You mean this? Ah! That's Mask to Mask brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. Got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Ami face statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. It's one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch. Well, Pat. Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. You're going to attach to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. Dude, what? It appears to have been torn off some clothing. A little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Damask brooch added to the court record. You mess with Godot. You get burned. Thought it was going to be you mess with Godot and your ass has got to go. He's playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. It's good enough. Oh, poor Gumshoe. It doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for Ace Detective to make his appearance, huh? Well, 1 second is 1 drip in the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Silence. Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What's clear? Sorry. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? All you've proven is you have 2 functioning eyes. Even the judge can tell that. Well, yes, that's right. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, the ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these 2 make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on security detail. You have heard correctly. My special-made monocle is worth more than 100 detective gumshoes. Considering that we kind of have an idea of his value, yeah, it might be. If Detective Gumshoe is worth anything, it is. Huh. What's this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date change. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So, you didn't get a clear look at the criminal. My specialty-made monocle never misses a thing. At a time. Ah, yes, it makes sense. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seemed so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Oldtimer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yeah, sure. It's like, I definitely saw him. I mean, I didn't see him because he snuck up on me and hit me in the head, so I definitely didn't see him, but like, I saw him! So, that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? Penetrating question. It was at the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I've tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that they never spotted the thief at the crime scene before. Precisely. That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. If the thief was the one applying pressure, on your peachy head, that is. In any case. Dancingly descended from where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? But in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It could only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. Yeah. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask, that's all that I can recall. Not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. I captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Ukado, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Just fine, let's just keep going. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Sir Lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck in the head? Yes. Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. You lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory is because I have more brains to begin with. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then... About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. The span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? Something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. That can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Well, which piece? The question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? That's gotta be the brooch. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is in point of fact Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Ah! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to drop the thing they were holding in their hand. The fidget cube. Shocking nobody. Struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night, you, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime that we've never once punished a single human being for in the entire history of this court. Wait, just a minute, sir, old timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I'm living in a castle. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? Talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions
We're at
for
the
testimony.
castle.
That's one of my rules. I mean, it's, yeah, I can't believe he heard breach. He didn't even hear breach and went, get the horses, retreat. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. No. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, Luke Atme cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! That's all she wrote. You still didn't say how the brooch... So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask. Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. Seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. Ooh, boy. That might be the most powerful thing. And not only that, that would also mean that Phoenix Wright outfits would make their way into Final Fantasy XIV, which would be... I would absolutely wear the suit, and they better add the hair. If they don't add the hair, So you'd get the suit, you'd get the hair, you'd get mini minions of Phoenix and Edgeworth, and you'd get the objection emote with like a word bubble, and I would want all of that. So yes, we absolutely need that crossover, please and thank you. I myself always get confused. That can't be good. Alright, play with the thief. But why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well, all of which failed. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. About the sensor? What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioners, ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. A lot of hardware. Was it all yours? The Lordly Taylor department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? No. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway? Now I've forgotten. What was I saying? God damn it. Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, looks like we cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. We didn't clear up anything! Okay, fine. What do you mean by weapon from the side? Naturally, that the thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door of the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Ichishito. So the thief armed himself with a sword. What about yourself, witness? You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Master Mask. That's a real piece of work. Can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light behind me, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. Did he instant transmission behind you? Or does the Atme fighting stance involve you turning to face them and sticking your butt out and going... Can't raspberry well right now. Okay, screw it, whatever. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? I know this isn't the right choice. I know it's that, but I have to ask this. What is this Atme fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anything. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. As soon as he said that, my only thought is Master Mask coming up and doing the Kabidon, the hand on the wall behind him. That's it? That's the Atme fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It's a waste of time. Well, I guess it's true that Atme was knocked senseless after all. Better ask him about something else instead. Oh, what do you think, Nick? There's one thing I'm absolutely sure of now. What is it? This Luke Atme guy is definitely hiding something. But why? We gotta pick the other option. Yes, toss a little more. So, what was this flash of light that blinded you? It was bathed in a golden light that seemed to come from the statue of the woman. Statue of Ami Faye, I'm guessing. Well, that wasn't very much help at all. What do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure. Okay. So maybe we say the back to the wall was important? I don't think it is, though. Of course it's important. We learned a detective's secret technique after all. Yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. I can see eyeballing me like that. It's creeping me out. Now then, witness. We'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. Back to the wall, through swirling upon my third eye. Where's this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Sir Lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. The T-pose. The T-pose is good, but I also like the one where it's just the leg. They use their leg for it. So Mr. Atme got hit on the forehead then. That's what he says. Got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? One thing I'm absolutely sure of now. Why do you have a funny feeling that you didn't get hit in the forehead? Just gonna do one of those saving things. I mean, that says a blow to the back of the head, but... it's the best we got. Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It is truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet, my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. Behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you in the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. Also, we can easily figure this out. Let me feel your face. Let me feel your head. It's got to be a lump. If you were knocked unconscious, you got a lump. Let me feel your lump. Let me feel your lump, Atme. Atme? Let me feel your lump. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact... Ah, damn it. Already. The very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. Almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with the security. I mean, I was ready, but I didn't have it, like, right here. I had it over there instead. Genius such as myself has always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Objection. Jeez, that's a deeper objection. I'll stick with it. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. Yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that. Really? What's it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that Mr. Atme is a no-ace detective, that Mr. Atme is a fake, Mr. Atme is Master Mask. See, that's what I'm feeling, but I don't know if we're at that point yet. Like, that's absolutely what I'm feeling, but I don't know if we're at that point in the case yet. I'm gonna say it. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atmey's true identity is actually Mask to Mask. Also, hey Birdie, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland in the chat. How you doing? Well, that was a good face. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atmey's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scene, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe, the entire police force, to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. Yeah, there's no late or early, it's all just time to enjoy, it's all good. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... Oh, please, the explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atmey. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo clearly shows Mask to Mask. This security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under his pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Is this true? Gotta have the prop. Gotta have the paper. It's important. Ah. Oh, that's a... Oh. Damask MO is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. That's a great laugh animation. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, Sir Lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, there's a chance. Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atmey, when you assumed the thief's identity... Just the eyes peeking out. Godot Blend number 102, my personal favorite. Mr. Godot! Ace Detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. Simply isn't true. But, Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of the whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt, Mr. Frank. If this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly. Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush? You alright, Nick? He looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Well, can I really do it? Decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atmey is in fact Mask to Mask. Decisive evidence, though. Like, we found a bunch of really decent supporting evidence. Also, it's too early in the case. We have so much stuff, like... Proof? Of course I've got nothing. Just what I thought. Man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. See. Well, perhaps you had some evidence to back up your blah 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 easy word assertion. No good, I've got to stand the attack. I'll get another chance to prove that this guy's the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. No good, I'm just not ready yet. What? Are you going to just give up and let us lose this? I mean, all supporting evidence says that clearly it's suspicious and he's probably the thief. But the fact that we don't have one big nail in the coffin piece of evidence to show means ignore all the previous evidence. Everything's fine. This other unrelated guy who we don't have any evidence of him actually really doing it other than him going, I did it! Which is pretty damning, to be fair. Excuse me. So you've come to your senses, have you, Sir Lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all. Seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. No, it hasn't! It so hasn't. What? Who? Now the suspicion is lifted. Bull crap! Who are you? It doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy. Thing you've been looking for. I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, that's the sacred urn, Nick. It's the urn. Is it though? He stole. That's definitely a replica. He definitely painted that at the time. Order, order, order! You, madam! That urn, where did you find it? Never believe it. It's in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Desi, you're the best. Sacred urn updated in the court record. That's not the sacred urn. But... Well, how did you explain that one, Mr. Hatme? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one. Pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, I just did. Huh. Pathetic. That's what I had to say. I didn't really have more than that. Why did you call me out, sir? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad that when a man lies repeatedly on the stand, that you can't take him at his word anymore, that you might believe someone else, and, you know, you're still denying that. Mr. Atme was involved? Before casting aspirations at the Detective Atme, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree DeLay, is that correct? Yes? What about it? Yeah, that's charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. But what are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, he could have discovered the stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? It just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. Wrong! I would never do such a thing. Mr. Light, please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. Trust me, this is the third game straight of us trying. It's impossible. They will not listen to sense or reason. There must be some way. Gotta prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Spy about what I saw? What's wrong? Isn't it your job to come up with something to say? Nick, come on. It should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we? Wait, I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round and smooth, too. Yes, it must have been the urn. It must have. But I never actually saw it with my own eyes. Atme walked in just when I was about to have a look at it. So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. Wow, the only person here with a conscience. Damn. You're right. Yeah. It looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Wright. In this town overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth, and I'm going to use that to light my path. The path paved with lies to beat in your butt. Nicky boy. Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify about it from another angle. What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet? There must be some way. Gotta prove that urn was actually in the Atme Detective Agency. Fingerprints. You can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. Ah, yeah, of course. Don't worry if you see my fingerprints. I was guarding it, so I touched the whole thing. I touched it all over when I was guarding it. This is how you guard things from the shadows. This is what guarding feels and sounds like. That's guarding. My fingerprints mean nothing. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. No one can take it. Damn, you're right. See? Everyone can feel perfectly guarded now. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you going to do now? I'm too far to turn back now. Atman must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of the person should be on the urn. Wow, we really don't get to pick us very often, do we? Guarding ASMR. Yeah, a bag is just touching everything from all sides all the time. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday? It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at that time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remembered it very well. It was smooth and hard. That was for my private enjoyment, and you're not supposed to be telling people secrets and slanders and lies like that. That was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atme's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on that urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does. What did he say? Not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, says. Oh yeah, she polished that thing to a mirror shine. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atme Detective Agency. This blend, Godot blend number 107, perfectly formulated for washing fingerprints off of vases. Ah! Decided. A little too bitter after all. Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Yeah, he looks broken. Well, it's slightly more broken now. Okay. Oh, take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only Masked Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Oh, hee hee. Okay. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. He just hasn't stopped laughing. Wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man for like the 9th time that we know of. Besmirching him with the title of thief. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, yes, Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. Oh, come on. I mean, you know it had to. You're wrong, I tell you. We still haven't done that, or that's clearly fake, or that. Like, we have all this other stuff, but like, come on, dude, shut up. We were about to have a smooth victory for once ever. You're not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right. That's what I was. Sleep, have fun with the next hour of the trial. No worries. Thanks for hopping by. I hope you get some good rest. Congrats on crediting your Atelier game. See you around. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is. We all think this is the exact amount of kangaroo court that it is. But the true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and pass judge. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. Mr. Goodell, don't just stand there drinking coffee. He's like, fine. He sits down drinking coffee. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. You're really a man. Then clean up your own mess. Sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'd be happy to. Guess I'll be happy to, man. Kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. Boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. What? I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? Don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. It's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got tore off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial has taken. This is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Huh. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Goodell. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. Make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Goodell. I'll do my best. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Yeah, appropriate reaction. You may think you're the real Master Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons. The way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. I do. Sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. It's harder. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests. It's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-aholic. You do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with the testimony. I beg of you. I mean, it makes sense he'd steal for the money to support her habits, but also... I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real Master Mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy? Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Because you made a grand, sweeping statement. You're supposed to... And if you are Master Mask, you should have ample evidence to back that up. Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claims for a change? Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. Some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be Master Mask. Well, if we had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? For the time being, maybe we need to shift strategy. We should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, I got no alibi. I've been a judge for a long time. This is the first time I've ever heard a defendant brag about not having an alibi. But I tell you, I was in Lordly Taylor that night. No. That's too vague, even for me. To be more precise, I was down in the basement warehouse. Hold on. What is it, Nick? Well, it's around the light when the crime happened anyway. We can prove he had an alibi after all. This case will be a piece of cake. Well, you're right, but... You think you can prove that? Wake up and smell the coffee. Well, I think maybe I can. Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence that shows the defendant has an alibi? Yes. I have the evidence, or do you think I'm still some sort of third-rate rookie? Oh, never seen you this angry before. Not surprised. Anger is the last refuge of the pathetic. I was more confident than angry. Well then, let's see this evidence already. Show this court evidence that proves where your client was on the night of the crime. So it's the wallet. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? I fully expected the judge to be like, what's evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious? Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No. So, the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning. And that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No. Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry. Also, hey Potts, how's it going? Welcome to Viperland again. How you doing? Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? Install Steam later. Yeah, that's a good overnight thing to do. Like, do Steam and just leave it installing some stuff. And unless you're planning on playing something bright and early tomorrow, it can wait. Stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. They got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there, not at the heist. That's it there. He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The keycard to KB Security's CEO's office. No. Yeah, that's a pretty good try, Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, like you need some more evidence after all. This stupid kid! We go on a long tangent, and everybody kept being like, wow, Potts is really gonna call us out for it when they see this. Now, let's see our evidence. Evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night. What's this, right? KB Security at 1 a.m. Blackmail. Not like a half hour. Definitely not. To be fair, this does make it sound like this both proves our case and proves his case. Well, you absolutely don't have to check. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct? That's... What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail. Yes. Basically it says, bring $50,000. It certainly sounds like blackmail, alright? At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security's CEO office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. No, 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 no! Drinks coffee angrily. Order, order, order! So, when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It's like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no. We had literally like 6 hours. Did you? I mean, using a man of blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what I think of you. Good point. Not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office. But you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? There's someone else who can testify. The person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. that night. I mean, it could be Larry Butts. But he said they kept a record of it. I guess we just... I think they want us to show Larry, but the card uses... It leaves a thing. Let's try Larry. Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. Just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. I don't think he remembers the case from 5 minutes ago. You probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a security guard at KB Security that night. The question at hand is this key card. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. I don't know what you're talking about, Potts. Don't worry about it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. Well, Mr. Godot, name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. Yeah, it would be KB. I was unable to contact him directly, but... Keycard data, here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Found in Ron's wallet, used on October 12th, the night of the crime, 1 a.m. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as mask to mask in this photo. It looks like that. It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then, Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it is impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask. Good job, you did it, Nick! That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Again, for the second time in this case, besmirching him with the title of thief. Well, what's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment. But before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty. Yay! Oh, thankfully, once you've done it once, I've had to set it up 2 extra times because Windows updates. So once you've gone through it once with the YouTube video, it's really not that hard. And if you need the video and can't find it, I can send it to you. You should be able to find it easy because I can always re-find it easy. But if you can't, let me know. I can send it to you. Court is now adjourned. October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. I feel like there's a lot of hanging loose ends, though. Why did the statue get moved? Unless it took all the force, but I think I moved a lot. Why is this a fake urn? I guess that's really the main two. And if he's not the thief, Then what's his true identity that he was willing to pay $50,000 to protect when he's got a wife who spends all the money? All the money. There's still a lot of questions here, but whatever, not guilty, who cares? Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Mr. Light, I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Ah, shucks. Thanks, Mr. Light. No, I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, Pearls! I've got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Ouch, she slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree, the Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick. Yes? You're worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No! You got it all wrong. Ah! I'll never forgive you. Ow! A double slap! Well, anyway, all's well that slaps well, right? You got the sacred urn back, and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually it was you, Mr. Light, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh please, you're embarrassing me. I gave you a fake. I kept the real one to sell on the black market, even though it's not worth anything. If we won the case. And why does this guy still look so glum? Oh, but I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that. I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on. Come on. Give that kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, am I right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trent. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered. Ah, that would explain what the rest of this case is going to be about. That would do it. Kane Bullard, where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, but body? Estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's right, amigo. Same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Help me out? What? October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning. Ron DeLight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. You thought you didn't. Phase 2. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. Imbrued, of course. But what are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Employee of KB Security? It's like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief. It's gonna be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way. Can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. No, but I'm a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. Looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trent. His freaking theme, though. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you? Pearl, stop! Return from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, the heck is he? Maybe quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever... I don't think that's the case, but it's okay, it's whatever. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. Like, is it possible for a character's theme to sound like coffee? Mr. Nick, how could this be happening? In front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. The one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah, Ronnie. Arrested for murder on the very same days declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? We can do it. Content. Yes. However, in the aim of trying to leave it off in like logical places, this is the logical place to cut it. It's 11:30, which is just on that line. If I thought we could like do like even half the chapter in a half hour, I'd be, maybe half the chapter realistically, but this seems like a decent spot for it. Nope. Cable. Not long enough. Not too bad. We made a good amount of progress. Yeah, we hit the end of that case, but now it's gotten a little more desperate. It definitely explains why there's way more evidence still left. And I truly don't know how it's going to go from here. I really don't. I feel like the writing was a little bit on the wall that Luke at me was mass to mass to begin with. There's a bit of that writing on the wall, but right now I got nothing. As we do the investigation, clearly some stuff might become apparent, but right now I got no clue. It sounds like we just condemned a man to murder charges. So that's, I mean, not condemned him, accurately proved that he has appropriate murder charges. So, yep. But, yeah. Tomorrow we're doing Yakuza. Tuesday, I think Ramen was committed to another ticket. If they're not, we'll do more Yakuza. Thursday, honestly, I could do Hitman Thursday again. I kind of like that. No, Thursday we'll do. I really want to try to finish Lacrimosa of Donna, East 8. Really want to try to finish that. And Friday is up in the air. I want to go to the card store and get packs of Magic and the Final Fantasy set because they both come out the same day. If I can accomplish that, we'll do a card opening stream. If I cannot accomplish that, we'll be hunting monsters. So depending on whether I get product or not, Friday will either be monster hunting or tons of pack opening. So yeah. PTSD. I mean, it's never a bad idea to double check links, but yeah. I hope things get better in a general computer sense. I think nuking it was the right call, but hopefully it stays better from there. In the meantime, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Been a good night. Got a lot of phoenixing and writing done. Over there, we're gonna sell the monster. A quote. Baby school. 6 from paid never. Spelling that right would help. And I'll have the Godot objection in in a minute. So like by tomorrow's stream for sure, the Godot will be in there. So cool. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. This has been Viper S for Viperland, and I will see you all next time.